My friends, it's great to be back here in New Brunswick, and what better place to spend some time than at the Moncton Coliseum. Because if there's any example of New Brunswickers' warmth and sense of community, it's here at the vaccine clinic today. The clinic staff and volunteers, some of whom I met a few moments ago, are doing a remarkable job. They got up to around 3,000 doses a day administered during peak moments, which is incredible. And it means so many more people can worry less and see each other more. We're seeing people continue to come in, lots of people with second doses, but still people stepping up on first doses as well. And the fact that we can continue to get people on that path to safety so we can get through this pandemic and back to full normal lives as quickly as possible is really, really important. So I really want to thank everyone and tell them to keep up the great work. Here at the Coliseum, I also chatted with some folks getting their shots. There's lots of relief at being more protected, lots of excitement, looking forward to hugging family or getting together with friends. I was talking with a young 14-year-old who admitted that not all of his friends are getting vaccinated, so I impressed upon him to encourage them to get out and get their doses as well, because we all want to get back to normal as quickly as possible. We want to be there to protect our loved ones, and we know that getting vaccinated is the way Canada gets through this. That's why we worked around the clock to secure as many doses as possible, and on that front, today I have some really great news to share. Canada now has enough COVID-19 vaccines delivered to fully vaccinated everyone who's eligible for a shot. That works out to over 66 million doses in total that we've received in Canada. Back in the winter, I made a promise that we would have enough vaccines for all eligible Canadians by the end of September. So not only have we kept that promise, but we've done it 2 months ahead of schedule. Aujourd'hui, je peux vous annoncer que le Canada a maintenant reçu assez de vaccins
that Canada has received a lot of vaccines against COVID for everybody eligible. Up to now, we have received up to 66 million doses. So many more people will be eligible to be vaccinated. This very important step reminds us that we have a long way through COVID. For the ones vulnerable, many people are eligible and have already received their first shot. Canada keeps being attentive. Here in New Brunswick, you have faced your own very important step in the first shot. This is because we have worked together. On our side, we will keep on distributing vaccines throughout our territory. Here in New Brunswick,
being set up to make it even easier for people to get their shots. So if you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, make sure that you do. Remember, these vaccines are safe. They've passed Canada's world-class standard for medical approvals. These vaccines work. They're one of the best ways to keep yourself and others safe. Look, what we're seeing right now is that the overwhelming majority of cases in Canada are in people who haven't been fully vaccinated yet. In fact, only 0.5% of cases being recorded are in fully vaccinated people. These vaccines work and they're safe, and they're also available and, of course, completely free. So with enough doses for everyone, there's no more excuses to not get your shot. Do it for yourself, because nobody wants to get sick, and it's the unvaccinated and partially vaccinated who are getting sick right now, to larger numbers. But you can still pass on the virus if you're fully vaccinated. It's just more difficult, and it's keeping you safer. But unvaccinated people are at highest risk right now. And if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your loved ones who need to be protected, including from the new variants of concern. Do it for health workers who who are out there on the front lines and have been for a very long year and a half, stepping up to keep everyone safe. You don't want to have to put them at risk. We don't want to have to start overwhelming our ICUs and our hospitals again with unvaccinated people getting cases. And do it for kids. Kids under 12 years old aren't yet able to get vaccinated. Hopefully that's going to change soon. And I know the companies are working very hard on making sure that that happens and safely. But as a dad, I find it really difficult to talk to my 7-year-old and explain why he can't get vaccinated when his older brother and sister are being kept safe from this disease. And as we get back to school in the fall, we need to make sure that everyone is as safe as possible to keep our kids safe. It's about stepping up to do the right thing, as Canadians have been doing all throughout this pandemic. And that's been the story, particularly here in New Brunswick, but right across the country, of people pulling together to be there for each other. We can keep it up, and we can continue to lead the world in keeping everyone safe.